I love that picture.
Hello, friends. Happy Wednesday. Excuse the voice. All the things are happening. Hi, lovely Beck. How you doing?
I am so awesome. Super pumped to be here. Hi, everyone. I hope you're having an amazing Wednesday night. And yeah, we can't wait to chat to you all today.
So excited. We're absolutely beyond thrilled to be talking about Studio Growth Club. Please excuse my voice. I have got back to Australia and the voice is gone. I think the cold weather's just making me sick, which is always just what you want. But if you're on watching, please say hi. You do have to click that little button that says allow comments, but please say hi. We'd love to say hi to you. So please jump in the comments and say hi. But we're so excited to talk about Studio Growth Club. It's our favorite topic, our favorite thing in the whole world, right, Beck?
It absolutely is. And we've had so many people reaching out. As you guys probably already know, we've just opened the doors to Studio Growth Club. And we've had so many people reaching out and asking us a billion questions. And so we thought it would just be easier to jump on here, answer any of your questions tonight, and tell you a little bit about Studio Growth Club and why we know now, because we've done it for a year now, and we know that it's an absolute game changer in our industry. No one's doing anything like it. And we've seen such insane results with our beautiful studio owners.
Absolutely. It's something we're so passionate about. Hi to all those lovely people tuning in from New Zealand, from Sydney, from all over. It's so lovely to have you joining us tonight. We're so excited. As Beck mentioned, we've had Studio Growth Club open for a year. We started with an incredible bunch of studio owners almost exactly a year ago. And, we haven't advertised it a lot outside of our inner circle of people that we kind of know and we work with quite closely inside, Dance Principles United tribe. And this is the first time we're kind of putting it out to the bigger, wider audience. But we are obsessed with everything we do inside of Studio Growth Club. It's our higher level coaching program. And we work so closely with this incredible group of studio owners, right?
Yeah. And I guess, I know there's a lot of studio owner groups out there at the moment. Amanda, Nathan, and I actually met in a studio owner group. And so we've been there, we've done all the things. And the one thing that we knew that studio owners were lacking is time. And the thing with everything that you learn, and we're in business groups and stuff like that, is, finding the time to actually do the things. That's always the problem, right? You get all inspired on the calls. You're like, yeah, this is really great. This is really exciting. And then you just do not have any time. And I know as a studio owner myself that we're really lacking that. And that's what we really wanted to create with Studio Growth Club, was to help studio owners to have the time.
Absolutely. We've been in business groups, both for dance studios and for other kinds of businesses, where you get given these great, incredible masterclasses, right?
Yep.
These amazing masterclasses, you learn and get inspired. And, that is so fantastic. We love that. But what we were finding was that so many studio owners just don't have the time to implement those things.
Yep.
They see it. They're like, oh my God, this is a great idea.
I need to do that.
I need to do that. After I deal with that parent, after I order that costume, after I, organize that concert, after that next comp, all of those things. And we so easily run out of time. And that's something that we really wanted to change inside Studio Growth Club.
Yeah, totally. And so what we've done essentially is that each month we have a different focus, and our focus, we deliver everything to those studio owners they need. Now, when we say everything, we legit mean everything. So your email templates, your Canva templates, your Facebook ad copy, your staff scripts, your staff training, everything you need to make that month a successful month is what we give you. And that's really the game changer. And it's also not giving you all the things. It's like, here as a united group, we are all going to work on this together. And that's a game changer as well, isn't it?
Yeah. And it's not just all those things you talked about, Beck. It's the coaching around how to implement it, and then the accountability and help to actually implement it.
Yeah. And that's what we absolutely love. So every week with our Studio Growth Club members, we meet with them every single week. We're online with them most days. They're holding their hands, the whole way through. We have one-on-one calls, we have group calls, and we have an awesome community. I think the biggest part of our program that we love the most is the incredible studios inside our community, right?
Yeah, it's such a non-judgmental, beautiful place. We have like a feed, like a Slack channel, and it just goes off all the time. Everyone's so comfortable to ask each other questions, to ask for help. And, everyone's so comfortable to give help. And I think that's a game changer as well, because no one knows what it's like to run a dance studio except another studio owner. Like no one could ever know, right? Like it's crazy.
It's absolutely next level. And what I absolutely love is we've got studio owners from all different types of studios. We've got some young studio owners that are in first, second year of owning a studio. We've got some experienced studio owners that have had their studio for 20 years. We've got recreational studios. We've got hip hop crews. We have really high level, competitive studios. We have full-time studios. We have everything in between, which means there's so much advice and so much, everyone can learn things from each other too. I think that's part of the beauty of it.
Yeah, totally. And the thing is as well, it doesn't matter where people are at with their studio. We're just looking for people. And Studio Growth Club is through application only, because we need people who have the right mindset, who really want to grow their business. Essentially, that's what we want. We want people in there, no matter where you're at, whether you're just starting out, whether you've had your studio for 20 years. It's just, I want to grow. I want to be a great business person, and I want to make this the most amazing business that I possibly can. And that's the kind of people we want in there, those real action takers. And gosh, they're the ones that have had crazy success, right? Like we are just blown away by, some of our studios tripling their numbers, making huge amounts of profit. Like it's insane what they're achieving. And we're so proud of them.
Absolutely. We've had absolutely incredible results from some of our studios, and we would love to bring some of them on. I think let's bring some of our friends on. Nath, can you do that?
I can. That's what I'm here for.
We have the lovely Dionne Bailey from Triple T Performing Arts. We have Lenae from Raz Studios and Katja from Catapult. Hi, lovely ladies. How are you?
Hi. Good evening. Thanks so much for coming. Now, Lenae and Dionne actually started with us from the get-go, from the very beginning, but Katja's a bit fresher into the program, so it's good to have the difference there. And exciting for you guys to come on, so thank you so much.
We so appreciate. We haven't prepped them at all. They were like, what are we talking about? We're like, let's find out on a live. Let's see how we go.
While these guys are talking to anybody watching, if you do have specific questions at all, pop them in the chat and then we will get to them.
Absolutely. So Lenae, do you want to start for us? How have you found, Studio Growth Club so far? What do you feel like your biggest success is, or the biggest win you've had since you've joined Studio Growth Club?
Oh, that's really hard to narrow it to one. For me, I think the biggest thing is the fact that, like you were saying earlier, is that we learn how to implement something and we get all of the things to do it. And then we get step-by-step guidance on how to do, especially for me, the techie stuff, which I'm not a tech person at all. And the way that Nath breaks things down for us and makes it super easy. And then you've got access to those videos to go back and do it, like pause things, go and do it yourself, and then go back and replay it and make sure that you've got it right. For me has been huge, because something that I've wanted to implement for years is simple as like automation, but I knew that I needed to do it, but I actually didn't know how to piece it all together and make it work. So having that guidance from Nath has been amazing. And obviously the content that Beck and Amanda both give us, and the community. Like I have made some amazing friends that like I know that I'm going to be friends with forever. And just knowing that like we can reach out to not only Beck, Nathan and Amanda, but everyone else that's in Studio Growth Club. And everyone's so willing to help and to share their ideas or the things that they've done that they wouldn't do again, so that helps us learn as well. So the community and the resources by far for me. And I think the biggest thing that's changed for me, like we've had really great growth in the studio and, you know, like our revenues like crazy compared to what it was and things like that. But for me, it's been more, I've changed the way that I operate my business and the way that I look at it and the way that I make decisions for the business. And being able to make those informed decisions because Nathan now has us on our numbers.
Everyone loves that.
I don't do things on the run anymore. Like I make proper sit down decisions.
I love that.
Katja, I know that you have not, how long have you been in our community now, Katja? It's not that long.
Like, I think 3 or 4 months.
Yep. And I know that community thing is something that, because Katja and I had our one-on-one and we're chatting about, you know, she's had a few parent issues as we all have all the time. And you've really found that community's been great with helping you with that stuff, right?
Absolutely. It's coming from like the idea that studio owners just kind of pass each other at a Stedfords and smile and you acknowledge that they're there, but there's never that camaraderie. Whereas like, I think it was really nice that when I joined, I went straight into the retreat. So I met everybody in person straight away. And it was really easy to form like a connection in person for sure. But knowing that there's this camaraderie between everybody and everybody's there to support you and build you up as a studio owner. Especially I've only owned my studio for just over a year. But having that support network is just insane. It's been so beneficial, and having a bit of validation in like asking questions and then getting like, no, you're on the right track, and it's just so helpful.
Amazing.
Having a huge group of people that want you to win, right? Because that's what we all want.
Yeah, everybody wants you to succeed, and they're all giving you every bit of advice and help that they can to get you to succeed.
Love that. Now, I just want to ask Dionne one question. I know you were at pretty much rock bottom when you joined Studio Growth Club. It was a big investment for you and Britt to go ahead and do it. And now the crazy difference in you guys now is like insane in a year what you've achieved. Tell us a little bit about what you've achieved financially and, you know, studio growth wise.
Yeah, so we pretty much when we come out of the first lockdown, when you guys first had the summit with Tribe, was, you know, like I almost think that lockdown was a blessing because you created Tribe. So I mean, you know, going even back to that, and it's like you said, the support's there. It's given us the confidence to do and to make those decisions without second guessing ourselves. And like Katja said, the support network within the group is second to none, really. Like, I think that no one's scared. Like, I always felt like prior to this group being created, you never wanted to share your secrets, you know what I mean? Like, it was, you know, whereas now we're throwing those ideas out, you know, like, and we have the confidence to do that without feeling like, you know, like we're taking away from our own business, if that makes sense. And, you know, like when we started this SGC, like we had 79 students. Our preschool now is 79 students. That's just our preschool. So our preschool department is equivalent to what our whole studio was. Like, we only sort of just dawned on us when I actually listened to your podcast the other day and you were talking about our growth, like Britt's and my growth in particular. And I thought, yeah, we have done good, haven't we? You know, like it was, you know, like
stop and give yourself a round of applause sometimes, right?
You do. That's right. And you guys are our biggest cheerleaders. Like, I feel that, you know, like even on a personal level, like, you know, 12 months ago, you know, we were doing it tough on a personal level, but you three guys were there for me when I needed you guys.
Oh, and Dee's one of our biggest cheerleaders in the whole group. So it's so lovely that you say that, because she's the one that's always there telling everybody else their ideas are amazing and building everybody else up. But that's something the three of us are so wanting to change in the industry, not just in Studio Growth Club, right? Like throughout the whole industry, is that there's so many kids to go around. You know, we don't need to have that old-fashioned thing where we're competitive or we're embarrassed to talk about our problems or the struggles we're going through, because everyone's been there. Every single person, you know, every single studio owner has had that complaint from that parent. We've all had a parent who hasn't paid fees. We've all struggled to make decisions about what to do about that teacher whose choreography isn't good enough. We've all done all of those things. And I think it's, you know, so important that we, you know, come together as a community, you know, as dance studio owners, because like we need to help each other, right? Like that's all that we have.
Totally. Hey, I'd love to ask, we were telling everyone before, and you probably heard about how we do the monthly sessions, and we have a focus for the month. I'd love to know from each of you what your favorite monthly session has been. You know, like what's the one month that you're like, wow, I got so much out of that month. Dee, let's start with you. What do you think has been a great month for you?
I think it's tricky because they are pretty good. Enrollio is a bit, you know, like I'm loving it, but you know, like it's a tough gig, that one. But I'd say probably concert and mid-year concert, I think, and even VIP. Like we'd always done probably a dialed down version of that. So like instead of having the big VIP day that you guys encourage us to do, I would just do it on presentation day. So that was the thing. But now we're doing it earlier and it's more structured and we're accountable. So, you know, like that's a thing that you guys are big on, is keeping us accountable and keeping ourselves accountable.
Absolutely.
And pushing you to do all the things.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. So guys, we're currently working on a VIP enrollment day with all of our Studio Growth Club members and getting them to re-enroll before the end of the year. I don't know about you guys out there, but I was always that person who was in January going, are my students going to come back? What's going to happen? And, you know, we now encourage our Studio Growth Club members to enroll their students back now so that when January comes, we don't have to worry so much about that. But again, they get all the templates for that. They get their emails. They get everything they need to make that a huge success. Yeah, exactly. Lenae, what do you think is your month that you've really enjoyed?
I've just been sitting here this whole time trying to think which one's my favorite, because it's a really tricky question. Because every month has changed the way that I do something in my studio. Every month, like, you know, we've always had for example, an onboarding process, and we've always had something there, but now we've got an even better system that has very minimal holes and cracks in it. So that was a really big one. I think our mid-year concert and like having our mini sites, which is obviously similar to our end-of-year concert, and just making me think how to do things differently at those events. So that it's not so much for us as the teachers, but how is it fun for the kids and how is it fun for the audience? So that's been a really big shift on how we do things. So probably those three.
Yay.
And I love, and that's the exact kind of mindset that we're talking about that we love. Lenae there saying that, yes, she used to do like versions of things we do, but is open to trying something different and adding to it, enhancing it. And that sort of mindset we know is why Lenae and those with those similar mindset get so much out of it.
100%. Katja, lucky last.
I haven't had too many months, but I mean, the first month that I went into was staff training and leadership, which kind of came at the perfect time for me, and where like it had been a year of owning the studio, so it was like a really good pathway. But I think also being the person that does like all a heap of the teaching and I'm doing all the admin myself, getting Enrollio set up so that I have the space to do everything else, that's probably been the biggest like game changer for me in terms of being able to allocate my time to to everything. Yeah,
Absolutely. I love that so much. Thank you for sharing that. That is so exciting. So before we kind of jump into our last kind of question for everyone, we might just let you know a little bit about if you're watching this and thinking that Studio Growth Club might be for you. We do only work on areas. We only offer a studio per area. So, what we suggest that you do is fill out an application form. It's a really short, quick, easy application form. If your area is available, we'll jump on a call with you, a Zoom call, to let you know a little bit more about what's involved in Studio Growth Club and to chat together about whether we're a right fit for each other. I guess that's the biggest thing. So you can do that there, or you can drop any one of the three of us a DM as well if you want to do that. But to finish up our questions, maybe tonight, what's our last question, Beck? Have you got a good last question?
I probably haven't, because I feel like I've asked all the questions. But what I did want to say to everyone, I'll let you ask the last question, Amanda. But what I did want to say to everyone is just understanding with that area thing. I'm not sure if everybody out there knows that, but it's one studio per area only for Studio Growth Club. So if this is something that you're thinking about being interested in, don't delay in that, because unfortunately at the moment we're having to turn so many studio owners away, which we hate doing, but we have to because their area's taken. So they're, just don't think, oh, I'll just wait till January and then I'll do it, because you might wait and then your area's taken completely, and that's not what we want for you guys. So, it's really important, if you want to secure your location, then make sure that you apply now.
Absolutely. So our last question, I got there. I thought about it while we were chatting and doing the things. If someone is not really sure about, joining, if Studio Growth Club is right for them, if they can afford it as well, what would be what would you say to them? What would be your two lines that you'd say to them? Dee, what would you say to someone who was unsure?
I would say that, put it in perspective of all the things you're getting, is you're not replacing a staff, you're adding a staff member to your business for very little cost. Like, you'll probably look at the cost and might gasp a little bit, but we didn't. We were like, we will have such FOMO if we don't do this, and if we, and we're glad we've done it. We haven't looked back. You really would be saving on an admin or a marketing person, or even for those advice, that's the thing that I would say.
Thank you so much, Dee. That's so lovely of you. Katja?
I guess I would probably say, like Dee said, when you first look at it, it might seem like a bit going, oh yeah, and adding it up for all the months. But like, there's not been 1 month where it's come out of my account where I've been worried, because I know how much it just sort of goes there. Oh, that's gone through today, because everything that you get on for that cost is so above and beyond. Like, you can't put a price on the amount of advice and every benefit that comes from being a part of this group. There actually is no kind of price on it. Like, it's as simple as that.
Oh, that's lovely. You're so lovely. Lenae, what would you want to say just to kind of finish up? What would your thoughts be on someone who's thinking about joining or not?
I think Dionne and Katja really summed it up really well. But I would say, honestly, just take the leap. Take the leap and trust in the process. Like, prior to going to this, I had met Beck. So I was like, yep, I'm going to trust in Beck. And if she's such good friends with Nathan and Amanda, well, that speaks for itself. And since working with the three of them, all I can say is, honestly, just take the leap and have a go. Because other than everything that Katja and Dionne said, like, you're not going to lose anything. If you put the work in, like, even if you only do parts of the monthly release, which you shouldn't, you should do it all, like, you're going to get huge results from that. So just do it.
Amazing. That's so lovely of you. We so appreciate the three of you coming on and being our biggest cheerleaders. And I know there's a couple of our other members watching as well. We so appreciate you guys. You guys are always our biggest cheerleaders, and we absolutely love working with you, right?
Absolutely. Thank you so much, guys, for coming on. Thank you for everyone who was watching. If you have any more questions, we definitely would love to chat to you. So, just reach out to us at any time, or just take the deep dive, fill out that application form, and we'll, jump on a call and see if you're the right fit for us and if we're the right fit for you. And then we just want to see your business skyrocket. That's really what we're about, is just helping. I think I just want to finish with this, like, studio owners work so hard. We know how hard you guys work. We know how passionate you are about what you do. And I was that passionate studio owner who just worked for absolutely nothing for years upon years upon years. And the thing is, I've learned now that you can actually make good money as well as having your business. And I want that for everyone out there, because I know what you're doing is really changing kids' lives and creating amazing things. But I want you to have benefit for that, and you deserve that benefit. And that's why we're doing what we're doing, right?
Absolutely. I can't say who that is, but whoever wrote SGC is a game changer. Thank you so much. We so appreciate it. If there's any questions, feel free to write them in the chat now. We can answer them live on screen. I know people always get a bit shy putting them on live. That was Marie before. And another lovely message that I also can't read.
That was Katie. Thank you.
That was Katie. Thank you so much, Katie, who's written best time to join and get everything for 2024. We so love our members. They're always such big cheerleaders, so we so appreciate it. It's incredible. So, reach out to us, drop us a private message if you've got any questions. Jump on and fill out the application form on there. It's just a quick application form, and then we can go from there and drop you a message and check that your area is available and have a bit more of a chat. We are closing the doors in 1 week's time, so you're going to hear a lot from us in the next week. But then we're closing the doors again until 2024. We only have limited capacity because we give so much to our members. We can only do what we can do, and we don't want to have too many people because we just can't serve them all. So we do only have limited capacity because we do meet with everybody one-on-one as well. So if you are interested, make sure you jump in and check out the link below.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you
Bye.
for joining.